Today is the 1st of July, meaning it's the start of Disability Pride Month. First Disability Pride Month was in 1990, starting with the passing of the legislations of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Before this act, Americans and many other places, people with disabilities didn't have many rights. For example, in the US, employers could fire or choose not to hire people purely based on the fact they were disabled. Private businesses, restaurants, etc. were allowed to deny entry to people with disabilities just because of their disability. Buildings and pavements were not required to be accessible to wheelchairs. Phones and emergency systems were not required to have any accessibilities for those with sensory disabilities, like being blind or deaf. Schools and universities could refuse or segregate pupils based on their disability, and if you don't enforce these laws, the vast majority of the world will not accommodate. So over 1,000 people crawled up to the White House as it wasn't accessible to show the president how inaccessible the world was, and is. This became known as the Capitol Crawl, and legislation was signed. In the UK here, we have the Equalities Act from 2010, which covers many things, including disabilities, but it's very similar to the ADA. The flag has a black background with 5 stripes. Black, mourning for victims of ableist abuse and systematic neglect. The stripe then represents the resilience of disabled people. Red represents physical disabilities such as Down syndrome and seizure conditions. Gold represents neurodiversity such as dyslexia and autism. White represents invisible and undiagnosed disabilities. Blue represents psychiatric and emotional disabilities such as OCD and depression. Green represents sensory disabilities such as deafness and blindness. You might be wondering why it's called Disability Pride. Speaking as a disabled person, being disabled is quite honestly poo. I'm not proud of being disabled, it's not fun at all, but I am proud of myself for getting through it. However, there is still a lot of change that needs to be made, hence Disability Pride Month, and it's partly to raise awareness for the change that needs to be made. Please try and raise awareness of this month, maybe share this video or post your own video if you have a YouTube channel, tell your friends about it if you go to school, talk to your school about it, just try and raise awareness for it.